Hello coders, I hope you are coding well. In the previous video, we completed and tested create user API, and in today's video, we will create a component or page to manage the managers with routing, and then we will write the code to call the API and get all projects and save the response in a variable. And in the future videos, we will use that projects variable to show the projects in the drop down. So let's get started. So in our Angular application, first of all, we need to create manage managers component in the admin module. And to do this, we will right click on this components folder and we will open it in integrated terminal. And in this terminal, we need to give the command to create a new component, which is ng g for generate c for component. And then we will name this component as manage managers. And as you can see, our manage managers component is ready. And now we need to create routing for this component. And to do this, we will open admin routing.module.ts. And in this file, in the routes array, we will duplicate our existing manage projects route. And then we need to update the path and we will replace this with manage managers. And after this, we need to update the component. So we will replace this manage projects component with manage managers component. And with this, our routing is completed. Now let's save this file. And now we need to write the code to call the API. And to do this, we will open manage managers folder and then we will open the ts file. And in this component, in the imports array, first of all, we will import the shared module and we will add the import from our shared folder. And after this, we will create a constructor in this component. And in this constructor, we will inject admin service to call the APIs. And after this, we will click on quick fix and we will add the import from our services folder. And after this, we need a variable to store the projects. So we will create a variable and the type of this will be any. And after this, we will create a method with the name of get all projects. And in the body of this method, we will use admin service and we will call a method get projects. And then we will subscribe the response and we will name this as res and we will write an arrow function. And in the body of this function, we need to update our project variable with the response. And to do this, we will write this dot projects is equals to response. And then we will write console.log statement and we will log this dot projects. And after this, we need to write the code to call this get all projects method on the load of the component. And to do this, we will create ng on init method in this component. And in this ng on init method, we will call this get all projects method. And with this, our component code is completed. Now let's save this file and let's run our Angular application. And as you can see, our application is up without any errors. And now let's go to the browser and let's validate the functionality of our manage managers component and projects API. And in the browser, we need to enter the details of admin user in this form. And after adding email and password, we will click on this login button. And as you can see, we got redirected to admin dashboard. And now let's hit F12 to open the console. And after this, we will click on this managers menu. And as you can see, we got redirected to manage managers route. And for the content, we can see manage managers works, which is coming from HTML file. And after this, we got the response of projects API logged in the console. And in this response, we can see the projects which we created in the previous videos. And that's it for today's video. In the next video, we will create project reactive form and then we will create form controls in our HTML file as well.